Howdy folks, welcome back to Imandra on the public test server. I just pulled up to this disaster with another truck, sport McCrane, just in case. The cat is perfectly capable of flipping it, but I thought I might need another crane. And I roll up here and find that the thing is sitting on its wheels with the trailer attached instead of upside down. So all I really need to do is jump over to the evacuator and get the stuff back on the trailer, and then maybe give it a helping hand up that hillside. Or get it around that last set of rocks, and that's the part where I would normally go down to the beach or to the shoreline right in here. So I just went down way too early. So we'll shut this thing off for now. Change truck. Oh, come on. It started again. Here we are. When I logged off, it was upside down. Now it's not. If I could get it through here, I'd be home free. Rather than trying to get back up on the road, but we'll see. Maybe I can pull it through there. Looks like it's pretty well stuck right here. But let's see about getting that crap back on here. Don't spin. The hill. Loading it on the hill is being a pain in the ass. But I think I got it down there on just the right part of the swing. Every time you latch the winch cable on, it locks the camera. So then you gotta click on the boom to unlock the camera. There we go. When it was sitting over the right spot of the trailer, I just disconnected. There's restore crane. There's back cargo. Something new for the public test server. Shows you how you can load the trailer. Closed functions. Let's get the right tracking going. Alright. Well, that was a short-lived thing. Maybe it'll get over. Got once in a while it'll give a little jerk forward like it's gonna go. Alright. I'm not gonna just sit there burning fuel. When I have something right here that I can pull it through with. This isn't even the place I would normally go through. It's on the other side of that rock obstruction in the road there. There's a real nice spot you can come up. Only thing is, once you get on the road, then you have to go through that rock obstruction right there. But it's a nice place to climb up onto the road. So maybe this one. Oh, no fucking way, man. So you won't pull it? There we go. Up. This way. Now I got it out of there. Now I'm going to release winch. I'm going to shut it off right here. There's room to go around it with the Azov. That's a nice picture. Okay. This broken ice, although it's rougher than the cob, it will not break. It will not let you go away. See, that is where I usually go up to the road. See how close it is? A couple of boulders and you're there. All that bullshit just because I tuned at the wrong place. Now the next bullshit will be getting across this river crossing right here. See how I fixed it up? You cannot put two side by side right here. So rather than having a big hole on one side and no hole on the other, I split the difference. You could actually let your right front ride that rock and then drop down onto the concrete platform and more or less straddle that little bit of a hole, but I kind of split the difference with that one. And then I put those other two the other way to kind of widen it out because it was very skinny there. And then on the other side, I put another one crossways, again to widen it out. And then there's two platforms on the other side that from this aspect, from this view, it starts out skinny and then gets wide. It's because there's no more rock out there to support them. If you put them side by side, one is always falling in. So they have to be kind of one on top of the other. Now, trying to drive across that doesn't mean it's easier to drive across them. Not at all. Because the rock is slick, the platforms don't want to allow you to drive across them, so you bump into them and it makes you stop. It makes your truck turn weird directions. You still end up dropping your axles in, and the trailer is stuck. Okay, I got to there, and the trailer apparently is stuck. But the trailer's on. So what's going on? Those wheels are on. Everything's on except that's a little hanging off, but it's not bad. Come on, see how the blocks. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop right there. See, now that platform is all. The platforms I was trying to get across are all fucked up. Nothing under that anchor. But I'm not going to take a chance on trying to move the truck. I'm going to be lifting straight off the nose pretty much anyways. It's like the platforms know that they're not supposed to be sitting out there where I put them. So they're gonna act up. They're gonna glitch out and all sorts of shit. And it probably doesn't help that I'm trying to drive a modded vehicle across them. You should see when I tried to drive the cat across here. One of those big cats. Holy shit. It was just picking up the pads like they were made of fly paper or something. Just sticking to the tires and picking them right up. I think that's still, yeah, it's still gonna hit the rock there. Come this way a little more. Still hitting the rock. So you're just fucked with trying to get them side by side here or anything. Trying to make little movements. Get it just right. Whoops, and then I went up instead of down, but that one is there. That one's back in the original position where it's always been. I've got this one right in front of that I'm sitting on. Got the steer tires on that one. Drive tires back there. And the trailer is on the other side. But there should be enough platform here, if it doesn't flip up and get stuck under the trailer or something, to run the trailer axles across there. That was, you know, primarily the reason for putting them there. Plus there was, without the concrete pads, there's big holes in the rock there that upset the truck. Now this other one is pretty much worthless, as you just saw. I can lay it across there, but it's oops, by the way, it's at such a precarious position. Unless I laid it sideways, but then it would cause a hump that I have to climb over. But I gotta climb over a hump to get on that last one anyways. So maybe that'd be the way to put it. If I lay it down more or less something like that, well, it just ends up, the rock I'm sitting on top of is too tall. And it makes it all uneven, and as I just demonstrated, it's very fucked up to try and drive across. Now, what about getting it on one of these lower edges that isn't too tall? Something around in there. Trying to drop it down when the swing is just right. No, no. This right hand end is sticking up too high in the air. See that? That's not the crane holding it up. I let the pressure off. What if I turn it more, bring it over a little more? I would like to make the approach wider. Not just the bridge itself, but the approach to it. No, it's all frickin' cockeyed too. I'm looking at that rock, how it has like levels to it. One part is taller than the other. Mm-mm. No, it's just not. It's made so you can't do that. If you could place stones or something, or build it up, if you could put one on top the other, but then have two more, if you could raise that center section up to the height of the rocks on either side. I feel like there was a bug on my leg. If you could raise that center section up to the height of the rocks on either side, then you could put two side by side on between. You could spread the weight between the stacked platforms in the center and the rocks on either side, and you could widen that out. You'd almost need longer platforms too, though. But this is wasting a lot of time. I think I'm just going to see if I can go with my original plan, see if I can set it down somewhere right in here. That's going to be a big ass. Oh, the other one is still on top of the... The other one further out is still on top of the edge of the rock. Need to bring that one over just a tiny touch. I don't know if I can with the other one sitting on top of it. What's that look like? Hey, that settled it down. Well, no, it didn't. It settled down this one, but not the other one. The other one is still up on top of the rock, but this one is laying flat. I don't think I can bring it over. Well, maybe. See, I don't think I can bring it over unless I get the other thing off of it. It just keeps... settling down in the same place. That looked like it came over. Yeah. Alright. I think it's time to say screw it and just try and go across. If it looks like it's going to go in, I'll just hit the handbrake and I'll get something. I'll go down to the airport and bring back the big cat and tow it the rest of the way across. My controller shut off. I've been sitting here screwing with that for so long. I'd like to put it in no range, but then I wouldn't have reverse. Here we go. One end is across, and there's the other. Come on, come on. Ah. Trailer dropped in just enough that I can't drag it across here sitting on the ice. Oh, there we go. Made it. Half an hour. Since I pulled up next to this thing to put the armored cars back on it. Half an hour since I pulled up next to it to reload it. Just trying to remember what I usually do. Oh yeah, I typically, when I'm normally going from south to north, I will follow that shoreline down to roughly about here and then start coming up. Yeah. You see, instead of turning the wrong fucking way, I'm going to look at the map, make some markers. Try not to do something that puts it upside down as close to the goal. I was hoping to have time to do another job with the cat on this episode. Deliver a cargo container. Maybe I should just not push my luck. I was looking for the right phrase. Here we are. On the road to the place of victory. By the way, that truck I was sitting in when I started the video, that's a modded Freightliner, the M916A3 or something like that. Only that's not what they call it because of the mod. It's a triple axle, and you can put duals or singles on that rear axle. The other axles are all single, but that rearmost axle, duals or singles, and that rear axle has a very stiff suspension to account for hauling heavy loads like that crane. So I got that thing up there to where this thing dumped over, no problem whatsoever. All right. I need a picture of this. I want to go to the rear view camera. Okay, cargo management. Look at that. This is a momentous occasion. You know what it's taken to get here? One, two. Screenshot. That'll probably be my thumbnail. And accept. And shut this turkey down. Let's see, do I want to park it somewhere else? Everything else is kind of lined up over there. Still got all sorts of vehicles all over the map up on the north end. Including another evacuator. There's another cat that I was trying to not run into. I'm gonna have to learn that hitting reverse to apply the brakes just doesn't work on this truck. You have to hit the handbrake to stop the frickin' thing. Where in contrast to that triple axle, that Freightliner triple axle I was just in, you pull the little stick down to go into reverse or to apply the brakes. It basically applies the brakes first, and then if you hold it longer, it shifts it into reverse. That thing, the second you push the handle down, it skids the tires, it locks them up. It works so much differently than this. It won't give me that gigantic fuel tanker sitting right next to me. Maybe I'm not far enough up alongside of it. I don't care where the fuel comes from. I can always top it off after I move the cat. Alright. Well, next up, not going to do it right now. Well, I do need to go get the airplane parts now. But there's stuff up here I need to do. I have to take a cabin. I have to pick up a cabin from here and take it up there. This is what I was thinking of, the cargo container. You have to pick up the cargo container there and bring it all the way down to here, which means basically crossing the ice there. But I'm going to do that with the cat. I've got the cat set up to grab that cargo container. And then I think there's one other cargo container you have to grab from up here and take somewhere else. So that cat will be going back and forth. There's a vehicle up here, or there's that little trailer there I could grab with the scout and like make my way around the lake on the edge of the ice instead of trying to cross or something. But for now, we're at almost 45 minutes on this. I finally got the armored cars delivered. Picked them up in one episode. Yeah, picked them up in one episode. Got them partway up the river. Got stuck. Ran out of time. Got them up to the road where I could meet up with a fuel trailer and top off the fuel tanks. And left them there while I did some other stuff for that episode. And then next episode, got them most of the way down to the airport and then dumped it upside down. And then the next episode, finally got them here. Holy shit. Wow. And you watch these other YouTube videos about the same people doing the same thing, and they do the whole job in 5 minutes at like triple speed. So how much are those people cutting out to condense it down to, condense down to what is potentially a 3 or 4 hour job, depending on how many times you dump the thing upside down and shit, to 5 minutes. You know, or how much trouble you have getting up that icy hill or climbing the snowbank, or do you dump yourself over trying to get up and down that? You know, in my opinion, that's just misleading. It makes people think it's really easy. Or perhaps all it's meant to do is show you where to get the cars or where to get the airplane parts. I watched one earlier, a condensed one like that, that was picking up the airplane parts. In 6 or 7 minutes, he picked up all the airplane parts. He went out with the magnetic sensor and found them all, and then he went back with the crane and drug them all out to the lake shore where he could put them on a flatbed, and then drug them all back to his flatbed, and had to make 3 trips back and forth between the lake shore and the airport, and condensed it down to 6 minutes. Alright, well, I've spent 6 minutes talking about it, so thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.